Well, hello boys and girls, and anybody else who wishes to listen. And that's an interesting point. Anybody else who wishes to listen. Unidentified flying objects. Do you believe? If you do, why? Do you not believe? If not, why? Now, I find it hard to comprehend in that big universe out there aren't other life forms. Men from Mars I'm not sure I believe about, but life forms of such. Now, many years ago, and I'm going back some years after that doggy incident I was talking about, I was driving a Scania 111, and before the M25 again, and I was going up through the old 414 and then on up through Baldock to join the M1 at junction 15. It's a bit of a camel track, sort of Goon Hilly Downs thing. And I was tired, you know. I used to do 100 hours a week because we were paid by the mile. Now that was outlawed, but in those days we were paid by the mile. We had logbooks. I had one under the seat, one on the dashboard for the ministry, and then a spare one tucked away in my overnight bag, long before tachographs. And they outlawed being paid by the mile because it made drivers work some ridiculously long hours. Well, inside a year I'd bought a Capri, the 3-litre Capri cash, and more or less paid for a house. So yeah, I worked it. Anyway, I just got through a set of twisters and just coming over a rise just before Baldock, and it was, I think it was about 3 in the morning, pretty dark, winter, moonlit night. I was expecting a bit of frost later, and all of a sudden everything went blue. Now, you know when a police blue light is flashing, that millisecond, faces, walls, everything's painted, it's washed with the blue light. Well, that was everything, the whole countryside. And I stopped and I got out the lorry. So this was going on for quite a few, you know, a couple of minutes. And it faded away. But it faded away into the sky, upwards. Military, UFO, I have no idea. It was genuine. I wasn't hallucinating, because about a week later I'd met another driver who had the same experience a bit further up the road. One of our there were firms that worked together, and I was with a firm that had a friendly firm down the road, and we all used to help each other. So it was Yukon Transport. I worked for Essex International, they were Yukon, and I was talking to him, funny enough, in Germany, just outside Frankfurt, and I said about this blue light, and he said he'd had the same experience. So that made me think, well, you know, maybe I'm not that nuts. I'd put it down to tiredness, maybe, but if 2 people have seen it. And it was that period when everybody was into UFOs, so it was just ironic. Now, ever since, nothing has ever happened again. No, I've never met any green men. I've travelled all over. I've seen the odd shooting star, and we all know what they are, scientific explanation. It was Andy talking about life after death. Now, I'm a spiritualist, and I sort of put 2 and 2 together and thought, well, what if there's also parallel universes? Now, you have to be pretty convoluted to try and put this together, but, you know, life after death, parallel universes. Do you move on to a different universe? Do you move on to a different life form? Now, I'm not suggesting you do. I'm asking the question, because I have a very inquisitive mind. Or as my mum used to say, you're a nosy little bleeder, aren't you? Yeah, I am. What if? I believe in rebirth, or life after death. until it's proved otherwise. I just don't know in what form or how. I'm not going to listen to other people who say it happens this way or that way, because I don't know until it's proven to me. But I do accept that there is something greater than us. Now, you can call it God, you can call it Buddha, you can call it what you want, and we all call it the same sort of thing. I don't want to give it a name, because I don't want to be part of any particular religious sect other than spiritual. And spiritualists don't sort of give it names. They say it's, you know, it's the greater power. Spirit is a collective of. I don't particularly want to go into it right now. It's a very, very deep subject, as I'm sure many will agree. I'm just asking about UFOs. Have you had an encounter? Have you been probed? Oh, yeah. I'm sure after a few drinks I think I've been probed. But I don't think it had anything to do with UFOs. So, do you believe or don't you? Have you seen or haven't you? Go on, it's a fascinating subject. And I shall say bye-bye for now and follow this idiot up the road who doesn't look right. So, ride safe, stay happy, you know the rules. I won't accept any intolerance from that one. Bye-bye. Chocky Bicky. Oh, I haven't got any, have I?